Hey there, YouTube. Wildcat Piper here, coming to you from the Wildcat Lounge. Hope everyone is doing well tonight. Tonight I'm smoking my 7 Alley 673, also known as the Friday 7 Alley. And in it, tonight I'm smoking some Bengal slices. Very good blend. And I like it tremendously. This week has been a very long week for me, and I still have, this is Friday, and I still have tomorrow work. I work on Saturdays, but I've gone in this week at, have to be there at 5, so I get up at 3. That's very fun. But so I really haven't watched a lot of videos. I get home and pretty much fall asleep. It's kind of ironic to me a little bit. Where I work, I have a hard time finding people to come in early. I'm amazed at people who just don't like to work anymore. I don't understand that. The job I do is not rocket science. It is not hard at all. Basically sit in a chair all day at a desk. I mean, it's not hard. But people don't want to do it. So because I get a lot of overtime, which comes in handy. Where I work, you don't get paid overtime. You get comped. You get your overtime comped. And that's kind of nice too, because you build up a lot of vacation time, and so that's pretty nice. And I would rather be paid, but having that comp time in a little bag there is pretty nice too. And so that's not bad. It's also a big weekend here in Lexington and across the nation. Derby weekend. Big time. You could probably call it a holiday here in Lexington and Kentucky. People taking off work and going down to Louisville, to Churchill Downs, to be part of the excitement and the wackiness of Derby Day. I got to work tomorrow, so I won't be able to be down there, but I probably will be watching the race. Comes on at 4 o'clock. But here in Lexington, I mean, it's all day, all the channels, all day long. You get to look at those nutty looking hats that women wear and crazy outfits that people wear. They take you to the infield where the wild and the wacky is. But it's cool. And then on Sunday, we celebrate Mother's Day. And I know some people don't like that holiday because they say you should treat your mothers nice every day, which I agree to that. However, I think it's kind of cool that basically our nation and have set aside a day to honor these women we call mothers. I think that's a cool thing. And I also know that this weekend is very difficult for those whose mothers are no longer with us. My wife is experiencing that. My mother-in-law died 3 years ago, 2 years, 4 years ago, 4 years ago, with ovarian cancer. So Queen of Cobbs, that I understand that cancer, and got a little bit of likeness with you on that particular topic. Sorry I can't make my hair teal. Maybe my beard. Maybe I could do my beard. But she was just a great lady. We called her Ma Jane. Just a super person. Very full of life. Very outgoing. The first time I met her was she was sitting on the front row of a church and they were having worship. And I went up to meet her and she stood up in the front of the church and gave me this big old hug. First time I ever met her. And so my wife's having a difficult time this weekend, and I really do understand loss and how hard that is. And those of you out there who your mothers have gone on, I understand the hurt that you have with that. And my mom is still alive, and Sunday after church I'm going to go surprise her. Don't tell her. She's recouping very well. Thank you all for your encouraging words. She's got a long way to go, but I try to talk to the nurses every night to see how her progress was, and it's coming along. I think with any difficult thing like that, there will be setbacks, but I think she's doing well. But it got me thinking, what makes a good mom? What makes a good mom? I think if I posed that question to everyone out there, everybody would have a different top 3, top 4 things that makes their mom great. Some people probably wouldn't even have very nice things to say, about their mom, and that's too bad. But I think the thing that makes my mom great now, first of all, is she just loves people. She just loves helping people. She can't help people as much as she used to, but she would make pies and dinners, and we'd have people over our house that she would cook for. She loved serving people. I think that made her a great mom. Our house was the neighborhood house. Everybody came to our house. Of course, that's because me and my brother are party animals. But it was just everybody went there. She'd fix everybody sandwiches and Kool-Aid and tea, and It's just the way it was. So she served people. I think the second trait that makes her awesome is she put she put our needs above her own needs. Didn't realize this until later in my life, but there were many times my mom wouldn't go out and buy clothes or dresses or things like that because we had to get our tennis shoes and our sports equipments and things like that, and she would, give those things up so that we could have our stuff. I think that is the second trait that makes my mom a great mom. And if I had to name three, I guess the third one I would say is that she loved us kids. It's hard to explain this, but she loved our kids. She loved us kids, and expressed the love and talked to us at times that wasn't just disciplining times. Does that make any sense? She conversed with us and talked with us. She'd ask about our dates and things like that in our life and how the ball game went. She never missed a game in football and basketball and baseball, everything that my brother and I were involved in. Softball, the 2 years my sister played. And she would talk to us about that stuff. She would also discipline us. But sometimes it was just the fact that she would be there to talk to us about those fun times and not necessarily just about the things that we were doing wrong. I think that makes a great mom. I have 25 years of experience in with kids, and I see the gamut. I see them loving moms. I see moms who are only talk to the kids and discipline them, and how that affects the kids. And so it's just great to have a mom who talked to us other times other than just to discipline us. And then she disciplined us. She wasn't one of those moms that said, "You wait till your dad gets home." She handled business right then, right then. And she was she is a loving mother. So, and I guess you guys probably would come up with three different things. And you might be wondering, because I am a person of faith, where does my mom and her faith, where does that come into play? It's interwoven into all those things that I said. Her faith is first when it comes to serving people. Her faith was first when coming to serve us kids. Her faith was first when she sat down to talk to us about things we did wrong or things we should do better or things we've done great. It was woven into the fabric of her life and is woven in the fabric of her life. And so I think that's a great trait for mothers to have. You probably come up with 3 or 4 different things that I did, but that's what makes you love your mom, are those traits. And these are the things that make me love my mom. So to all of our mothers, I hope you have a great Mother's Day. To all of the sons and daughters out there, I hope you blow some great smoke rings in the air this weekend as we celebrate Mother's Day and the Derby. But above all, be blessed. I love you, Mom.